$50 into nearly $20,000 in just about a month, so about 4 weeks, using a platform that I believe has been around for a couple years now at this point, and the platform's called Pocket Option. I have a getting started 1, 2, 3 link in the description, but let me show you step by step exactly the strategy that I used to transform that $50 into nearly $20,000, and it's really, really easy. So let's back up first though. What is Pocket Option? It's basically a simpler type of trading that you can do. You can do Forex trading, you can do crypto trading, you can do penny stocks, all types of trading that are available. With Pocket Option though, it's a type of trading where you simply have two options, up or down, or in this case, they label it higher or lower. And basically all you're deciding is if this currency, cryptocurrency, commodity stock will go up or down in a certain period of time. The selected time here is only 5 seconds, so it's really minimal, but you have some default parameters here just to kind of quickly select it. I usually try not to do anything shorter than 1 minute because I feel like the strategy that I'm going to recommend functions best with 1 minute trades. And basically, if you start with $5 with a 1 minute trade, if you are right in your prediction, you'll get $8.05 back. So that's a $3.05 profit every correct trade. So I make a trade, and let's say I think it's going to go up. If within 1 minute from now it went up, I make that profit. If I'm wrong, I lose the $5 trade. Oh, you lose $5 if you don't make it? Yes, that's how it can be a little risky if you don't have a strategy. So in this video, I'm going to show you what I consider a winning strategy that works way more often than not, and has been what has been able to consistently get me nearly $20,000 in just 4 weeks. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to first create an account, which you can do by clicking the link in the description. And like I said, there's steps 1, 2, 3. It shows you how to get started with Pocket Option. It's a website that's not beautiful, but I made it myself, and you can get started. But what you want to select is a very simplistic pattern following currency. The ones that I feel like follow patterns the best are ones like the Euro USD, anything USD, USD JPY, NZ USD, Euro USD. This is one of my favorites, so you can see I have a star here. It's very pattern following. And then you're going to click indicators. There's a lot of indicators here. You're going to want to use momentum. And the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to tweak this ever so slightly by clicking the pencil icon, leave the period on 10, and we're going to want to change this to line. I change it to 2 pixels so I can see it a little better, or 2 or 3. And here is how the strategy works. Every time the currency goes well below the mid region, all the way to just about the bottom, or all the way just to about the top, that is a signal that the currency is likely going to go in the opposite direction. Basically, it's a signal that it's likely going to rebound. And let's see here if there's proof that that works. Well, here we had basically a signal because it kind of peaked out at the top of the chart, and you can see a couple trades. It went down, and as it stabilized back in the middle, you want to stop your trades and look for the next signal. Same thing here. When it bottomed out in the chart, you can see this would have been a winning trade, winning trade, winning trade, winning trade, and as it starts to stabilize back into the middle, you wait again for another signal. This here is not as far down, so I would say this isn't as strong as a signal. I mean, it might work, it might not. I tend to wait for stronger signals. Here we go way down, we bottom out, and exactly as predicted, winning trade, winning trade, winning trade, winning trade, starts to stabilize back in the middle and gets a little choppy. You don't want to do trades anymore. You want to wait till the next signal. Let's keep going back until we find like a really strong signal here. Let's see. Yeah, basically right here. Way down at the bottom of the chart, and winning trade, winning trade, winning trade, winning trade, maybe a losing trade and a winning trade. So what do you do if you happen to lose a trade? Well, what you could do is you could simply ignore it and just let it be. You know that by using the momentum tool and following the strategy, that more often than not, you're going to be right. So you're going to stay profitable. I mean, if you only do $5 trades, or if you always do $10 trades, something small. If we win 5 trades and we lose 1 trade, we still made money and we're growing the account. So that's one thing you could do, is just ignore it and look for the next signal, and keep making trades until this until it restabilizes more in the central region. Or you could use the martingale system, which is simply to double your prior trade and then recover losses. So if our first trade was a $5 trade and we get this signal, and pretend it didn't go up, pretend it instead went down, and we thought it was going to go up, we would have lost $5 trade. So what do? Well, the signal says it's likely going to go up, so we still place, immediately once we lose that trade, we place another trade, except we double it to $10. Why do we do that? Because if this $10 trade comes out as a win, we get $7.20 of profit. So the $5 we lost is now covered by the $7.20, and then we still have $2.20 on top. And as soon as we have that winning trade, whether we had to double once or twice, then we start back at our starting amount again. When you're first starting out with pocket option, I would definitely say, do small trades to get some good practice. You can either open a demo account and use fake money to do practice, or you could start out with a small $50 deposit and just do $1 trades. So very little to lose, little to profit, but little to lose as well until you get your feet wet and you see that the strategy works. That's what I would recommend. Let's keep going back. I would just say, though, that this strategy is pretty darn foolproof. I mean, here you go, bottom of the chart, a couple winning trades, and then boom, a bunch of winning trades. Once it started to get here and get a little choppy, if I lost twice in a row, I would ask myself, is it good to double it one more time and hope for the best, or should I just cut my losses and look again for the next signal? And that's just something you'll have to get used to and practice and kind of decide for yourself. But this strategy works more often than not, and it's been what's been able to make me a ton of money. Here we are, we hit basically kind of like the top of the chart, and then tons of trades going down. It starts to stabilize, and by this point, you kind of want to stop because this might have happened and it might not have happened. You want to keep looking for the next signal. So like I said, how do you get started? It's really easy. You click the link below, takes you to my website where I show you 3 easy steps to get started with Pocket Option. When you create your account, they're going to suggest to deposit funds. You don't have to. You could start with a demo account. I think they give you like a fake $1,000 or something to kind of play around with, and then practice the strategy, get comfortable with it, and then when you're ready, put in real money. I would suggest, though, that when you're ready to put in real money, that you do maybe a larger amount, whether it's $200 or $500, whatever is comfortable with you, for you, because they're actually offering a bonus, I think an up to 50% bonus on your first deposit. And I have the code, because I requested for them to give me the code. I have the code that you can use to get that bonus. So if you only start with $50 and you get a 50% bonus, you're going to get only $25 in addition. But if you start with $500 or $5,000 or whatever your comfort level is, you could be getting a $250 or $2,500 bonus, and that's extra funds, massive amount of extra funds that you can trade with, and then eventually withdraw and take to your withdraw to your bank account or your crypto wallet. There's a lot of different payment methods. So again, how do you do this? You click the link below, you follow the steps, you use the momentum tool, use momentum 10, adjust it to be the line, and use 2 pixels so it's a little bit more visible. Whenever you're at the very, very top of the chart, where it kind of spikes, that means it's a signal that it's likely going to go in the opposite direction, which you can see there. Or like if it kind of bottoms out on the chart right here, that means it's a signal it's going to go up. And I'm just scrolling back in time here and just keep going and going and going. And you can see that there's proof that this works. Here, 1, 2, 3 trades, it starts to slow down, and you would have had a couple winning trades there. Here, this didn't fully bottom out as much as this one did, but still, somewhat of a signal. The more that it spikes all the way off from what's usually been occurring, the stronger the signal here is. We're kind of trending nicely, we're going down, and then boom, spike down, go in the opposite direction. Now we're going up, we spike out, and then winning trade, winning trade, winning trade, winning trade, starts to get more back to the central region, and you'll want to stop those trades because it's not as strong of a signal. So I'm kind of repeating myself at this point, but it's really easy, guys, to get started with Pocket Option. And like I said, you don't have to risk money if you don't want to. If you do feel like you've gotten some good practice, you're ready to go, you're ready to make some money, definitely do a deposit that kind of makes sense for you and take advantage of the bonus code so that when you start out with real money, you can start out with the most amount of funds possible and really kind of have more funds to mess around with. So maybe you don't have to only do $1 trades, but you could see bigger returns like $5 trades, $10 trades, $20 trades, and see a faster return on investment than itty bitty trades that, it's more time consuming and maybe you'll only make $5 to $10 an hour. Imagine if those numbers were bigger and you were making $50 to $100 an hour on your trades. All right, guys, all the best. Make sure to smash the like button and hit the bell and subscribe. And yeah, all the best.